Morning. Welcome to facial yoga and contour massage. As promised, this is only going to be a short session, so about 15 minutes. If you're in bed, then just sit up. You haven't got to get out of bed to practice the session. Just make sure that you're comfortable. Ideally, your hands want to be clean. Hopefully you haven't got any makeup on. If you're still in bed, it's better to practice without any makeup on, just so you can really get into the deeper parts of the tissue of the skin. Now, I know that some of you who will be joining the class have practiced facial exercise before, but for those of you who haven't practiced facial yoga, what we're doing is, we use our face all the time. We're smiling, we're making different expressions. The muscles that we have in our face, similar to the muscles in the body, they should be worked out, but just banging on and talking, or maybe moving the tongue, washing our eyes, that's not deep enough, and it's not strong enough, and it's not engaging enough for the muscles. These exercises will strengthen your muscles underneath those deeper layers of the skin, and in turn, as your skin cells are renewing, they'll have a stronger, smoother surface upon which to rest. That is what decreases the wrinkles, prevents the wrinkles from happening, and can even reverse wrinkles, sagging, and other signs of aging. Also, what we're doing is we're getting blood flow to the skin, to all of those cells, whether they're skin cells, muscle cells, fascial cells, and this is promoting nutrition to those sites. Number one, we're getting collagen there. All the money we spend on creams, etc., body produces its own collagen. Bone broths are a really great way to help your body make its own collagen. And if you're vegan or vegetarian, then there are alternatives. You can make things like seaweed broths instead. Also, the blood flow is getting things like oxygen to the skin cells and elastin. And it's elastin that's giving your skin that buoyant bounce and that lift that as we get older, or even on the days when you feel knackered, I don't know if anyone's feeling like that this month, it's really helpful for that too. We're going to do a little bit of lymphatic drainage, which is basically helping move all of the waste that we hold underneath the skin and then help it flush out of the body. So the body's great, it detoxes all the time. It's always sorting through the toxicity. But what about if it's sorting through all of that toxicity, but it can't actually flush it out of the system? Supporting your channels of detoxification as far as purging them are concerned is really, really important. Okay, so we're going to get started. First of all, we want to relax the tissue in the top of the head, the back of the head in turn, which is going to relax all of the tissue around the scalp and effectively the face too. I've got someone asking me if I'm going to be posting this class so you can practice it another time. I am going to be posting it on a different Instagram page. It's Start the Day Smiling, which is part of a private membership that I'm offering for the next few months, where people can, practice exercises to actually start the day smiling. It's facial yoga, rebounding, fitness, yoga, and nutrition seminars. They're all pre-recorded sessions, so you can access them anytime. And then once a month you've got a nutrition coaching. So group coaching, if you're working on any goals, we work with that. They will be posted if you can't make the live sessions as part of the membership. And the second monthly session is a workshop, and each month they're a different theme. So, hi Mum, it might be rebounding, it may be a nutritional seminar for fat loss and hormonal balance, though the monthly nutritional coachings will cover lots of that as well, and also yin yoga, dynamic yoga, and of course facial exercise. And you can access them anytime from the private members page. And just have a look, it's Start the Day Smiling, and all info about joining is over on there as well. Now, interlace your fingers. What's really important about facial exercise is that you're breathing. If you hold the breath, you're creating more tension in the body, and that can reflect in the face with the signs of tension, wrinkles, expressions, etc., etc. So with your fingers interlaced, you're going to bring your hands to the top of your head. Just make sure, good morning Serena, just make sure your shoulders are soft and away from your ears. So again, no tension. And you're just going to move the scalp back and forth. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 1. You just notice if you smile, you kind of put the brakes on and you can't move the scalp. So just let the lips relax as well. Now hands to the back of the head, exactly the same thing. We move the hands up and down. Inhale 2. Close your eyes if you wish. Exhale. Inhale 1. Get those shoulders down. Exhale. Now keep your hands where they are. release the fingers, and you're just going to circle round the back of the head. Really get underneath the ledge of the skull. Inhale 2, the slower you move, probably the nicer it will feel. Exhale. And go in both directions. Do circles in both directions. One direction will feel much, much nicer than the other. Stick with that one. Where was I? Inhale 1. And release. Let go. Now that's helped to relax, and probably you can feel a nice sensation just underneath the occipital in the back of the head. This is helping relax the tissue of the face, which is what we're going to work on today. Now take your index fingers and you're going to place them just on top of the eyebrows, not way above. We want to work the whole of the forehead muscle. This is called the frontalis, the rectangular muscle. Now they're not underneath the eyebrows either, just on top. And we're going to work in 2 opposing directions, like 2 opposing forces. The fingers are pulling down, and as the fingers are pulling down, you want to lift the eyebrows up. And you see, if you're not pulling the fingers down enough, these wrinkles created. So you must be pulling the fingers down as you're lifting the eyebrows up. Don't worry about any scary faces. I'm the only one embarrassing myself on the telly. Keep lifting the eyebrows. Now, lift the centre parts of the eyebrows too. Inhaling 3. Soften the shoulders. Inhaling 2. Keep lifting the centre parts of your eyebrows here, because they can get a bit lazy. Inhaling 1. See how as we're lifting the eyebrows, we're contracting the frontalis muscle. If you're not pulling the eyebrow down, we're creating wrinkles, so make sure they're pulling down. Exhale, very slowly lower the eyebrows and bring the fingers away. So you might see a little bit of redness. That's totally normal, absolutely fine. It shouldn't cause you pain, but all of this extra redness, this is blood flow coming to the area. We're getting all of that good stuff the blood is carrying with it to the skin. Now, muscles of the face work differently to muscles in the body. One of the things is that muscles in the face are actually attached to the superficial layers of the skin, which enables us to make expressions. Obviously, the bicep muscle doesn't do that. It contracts and it relaxes. And because the muscles of the face are so much smaller and they're actually attached to the surface of the skin, you can see results far more quickly, far more effectively than even training the body with a regular practice. Now, you can overdo it, but it's very difficult to overdo the facial exercises. 6 days a week, 10 to 20 minutes a day is really fantastic, and you will see a difference very quickly. I was doing this quite a lot at the first lockdown back in March, and it really does change the shape and the lift of your face. Index fingers, 3/4 out of the eyebrows, just where they bow, so you've got a bit of space here. Now you're going to pull the fingers away from each other, not up, not down, directly, horizontally apart. And we're working on the space between the eyebrows. Now keep pulling them apart. What we're working on is the 11s lines. I don't know if any of you are driving at the moment and all you can see is your wrinkles here in the rear view mirror, but this is great at helping to reverse that. Now, if your fingers slip, just change fingers. Again, like I said, it's better if you practice with clean hands, and don't moisturize before you start the session. If you have, then don't worry about it. Just, you're going to slip more. Deep breath in for 2. If you slip, then just pop the fingers back on. Exhale. Deep breath in for 1. Guys, this will be posted on the Start the Day Smiling Instagram page. It's a private page though, so for details to access to that, just click the link in my bio, or you can see it on Start the Day Smiling. One more breath, really opening up this space. Shoulders soft, exhale, and gradually release the fingers as you allow the space between the eyebrows to come close together. Now, I know what it's like with facial exercise. It's a bit embarrassing, or you just kind of don't really want to do it in front of anyone, or you're busy and it's really difficult to make the time. See how all this blood flow is coming to the area around the eyebrows. Also really, really good at helping to prevent breakouts. As you can see, I need to start my facial yoga. I need to be practicing more often. Index finger and thumb. If you're busy, you can do this exercise with one hand, exactly the same as we did before. Bring the fingers a bit close together and you pull apart. Now, it's not as effective as this one, but if you're really busy, if you're with the kids, if you're cooking something, you can do this standing up in the kitchen. Really imagine this space here is widening. Inhaling 3, exhale. Inhaling 2. Eyes can be open or closed. Exhale. Just keeping an eye on the comments. I can see a few people requesting to join. Now, next time, absolutely welcome to, but I'm not sure if you've pressed it by accident. And I know what I'm like at 8 in the morning when someone puts a live on. I'm probably in bed. Exhale. Don't want to embarrass anyone. And release. But if you do, just let me know. It's much better when there's two of us, just me on my own. Right, now the next one we're going to do is an exercise for the lips. We're going to skip the eyes, skip the cheeks, but there are loads of exercises you can do for those crow's feet wrinkles around the eyes, and also to help reduce, actually we'll do that one, if you've got any kind of tiredness or darkness around the eyes. So first of all, what you're going to do is you're going to take your index fingers, not your ring fingers, you don't need to. I know anyone that thinks, oh, the eye area is delicate. You can use your index fingers for this. If you're more comfortable to, then do use your ring finger, of course. But we're just going to pat in circular motions around. And if you can hear, I'm being gentle, but I'm being firm as well. 2 breaths. Inhale, 1. And other direction. Inhale, 2. Really patting. Exhale. Inhale, 1. And release. Now you're going to bring your index fingers just underneath, so in the sort of hollow of your eyelids, and you're going to lean forward. If you've got long nails, then maybe use your thumbs, but really press upwards as you lean the head downwards. We're going to take this for 1 breath. It may feel tender. Inhaling 1. Really lean your head forward, push the thumbs or fingers up. Exhale and slowly come back. If that felt quite dull, that's how it should feel. And you probably feel quite relieved to bring the fingers away. Now you're going to do the same, centre of the eyebrows. Use your index fingers if you want, or you can use your thumbs. And press forward. Inhaling for 2. Exhale. And then if you want, you can start to circle. Again, we're helping getting blood flow to the area and using acupressure points to relax and release. Change direction. Remember to breathe. Do not hold the breath. And release. And then just pat underneath the eyes. Around the temples. Remember to breathe. And over the eyebrows if you want. Just going to smooth the forehead. So you bring the fingers to the forehead, not pressing too hard this time. Do close your eyes and imagine you're like smoothing sheets on a mattress. Do this 3 more times. Inhale, 3. Exhale, really, really smoothing the forehead. Just pull the fingers away 1 more time. And release. Right, coming back to the lips as I promised. All those wrinkles, especially if you're, don't drink a lot of water or you're a smoker, as we get older, those wrinkles appear around the lips. And this is going to open up from the inside out. You're going to use your tongue and you're going to bring it in between the lips and the teeth. Thanks, Victoria. Or is it Trixie? I'm not sure. Have a really nice day. And you're going to push the tongue round all the way around the mouth, but make sure you're pushing outwards as well, not just going as fast as you can. Make sure you're breathing as you go, and anywhere where you find the tongue moves really quickly, that's where you need to slow it down and maybe even go back and forth. I'll show you what I mean. Really taking your time and breathe. Now change direction, 2 more in the opposite direction. Yeah, put in really, really funny faces so that as we age, we don't look as funny a face and we're the ones laughing. Okay, so relax the face. Really nice thing to do now is we're going to take a deep breath in and then just shake the head, let everything go. Now remember, I'm the one embarrassing myself. No one can see you. So really, really, really let the tissue of your face relax and go with the motion.